Welcome back to Wasteland 3. Alright, we got some skill points. We are done with the tutorial now. So let's assign these skill points, and then we'll get going. Go find the Patriarch. I want to give 1 point to sneaky shit. Like I said, I've played the early part a little bit, like till the Garden of Gods. And so I have somewhat of an idea what is gonna come. That's why I'm putting this point in sneaky shit, because I know there's a conversation where I need it when we go see the Patriarch, get to our base. The rest of it, I think I can. Let's see. Should I level these up or put another point into automatic? Don't have conversations immediately, conflict immediately, so I think I can, yeah. Well, actually, she's got a point too. So, yeah. She has to level up leadership, first aid, and then we'll give a point to small arms. Confirm, and that's that. Let's get going.
Was that Major Prasad? They got her? God damn it. Fuck this place. Fuck it.
Yeah, and get our go find his children, I guess, because that's why he called us, to sort the issues that his children are causing. Apparently, they're rebelling against him. So we need to deal with that. And I don't think it's really Patriarch that, even though Woodson said it, a priority, because aid that Patriarch offered is a priority. So if we can find and acquiring that aid, then it should. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patriarch.
Oh, by the way, we got the orders that Woodson gave to Prasad when Prasad died, so we should read that and see what's up.
When there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand. But that Dorsey ambush was my fault. And I owe you more than explanations and apologies. So, here's something more tangible. The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours. How civilized. Around here, we save trials for those whose guilt is in doubt. But if that's what you want, I'll introduce him to Judge Watkins. He always follows the law.
Yeah, I think he's kind of right there.
I'd like to bring all
should
the
have just killed
Dorseys
him.
to justice. And maybe, with your help, I will. But for now, let me address your immediate needs. In addition to this base, and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it.
You have nerve damage. Hands are shaking. Yeah, his hands are kind of shaking. Look at that. But none of our business. Thank you, Patriarch. We appreciate anything you can do for us. You know what? I want to deal with this the smart way. So I'm just gonna accept his
I'm glad to find you so
thing
amenable.
and move on.
I hope that means we're going to get along. Now,
Now,
introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now, yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. Two of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Kwan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
all right, let's go have a look at
Pleased to meet you, Rangers.
our new base. Oh, wait a minute. We got Jodie Bell here. She looks hurt.
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. That all right with you?
Of course it is. How are your injuries? Recovering okay?
I'm still healing up. Go out and find your footing while I get back on my feet.
Are you missing
Oh
Arizona?
man, more every day. This place is nice and all. Kind of majestic with all the mountains and wild weather, but it's hard to enjoy it when I know everybody back home is dying by inches. We gotta finish up our business with the Patriarch and get the supplies he promised us back home. People are counting on us. My folks are counting on us.
Yeah, I don't think we can do
Sorry.
that really fast.
I just want to get this done and get back to him.
See, like it's gonna be a long haul. Talk to you later, Jody.
Later!
Let's Right, let's go see what the base is
Welcome,
like.
Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Kwan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly.
What were the
The
Dorseys after?
Patriarch. Thank God they never got near him. He's the only thing keeping Colorado from tearing itself apart.
And sorry about these alarms. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off.
What?
How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules.
Angry robots? Why they're angry robots?
Yeah, weird, huh? They weren't active when we looked the place over a few days back, but... let's talk after you kill the alarms. I can hardly hear myself think.
First, yeah. Got let's These are the angry robots, okay.
Alarm, 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 fire alarm. Awarping to you in Uber. Visit a secure, non-permit facility you commit trespassing against. If authorization or you will be defeated.
Pepe. Base has been out of service for decades. Have you been on guard this entire time?
Negative. Servitors began active a week ago after a prolonged shutdown period.
Okay.
With power restored, we are prepared to destroy foul intruders such as yourself.
Okay. Your security system is showing signs of neglect. We're from IT. We're here to fix you.
What are you eat? Prone upgrades has not been equipped in 110 years. Friendly but deeper fewest violent intruders have made switch up repairs in intervening time.
What? Friendly but nevertheless wild intruders has made slip something repairs in intervening time? Intervening time? What? Okay, looks like somebody was...
At your expedience in job secure non-permit facility.
Okay. Looks like somebody did make some partial repairs. It in the past week or something. This terminal is dusty. They said they've been activated 2 weeks ago or something. This terminal is dusty and old, but when you press the power button, it flickers to life. The computer beeps and whirs for the first time in years. As it boots up, security alert flashes across the display. Every attempt to access the menu is met with command only access only. Eventually, you query the machine for command's identity. It replies command empty. Designate new command. Install yourself as command. The camera flashes above the monitor and terrible photos of your faces slowly appear on the screen, line by line. Well, that's how you know it's a government facility, when they take terrible photos of your face. Command recognized, security alert cancelled. That sorts the alarm out.
Well done, Rangers. Good to see the place up and running.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. We got more stuff to do.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here.
Yeah, I already know, I think.
As you may know, I have a daughter and 2 sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. 2 of them conspired against me, and the 3rd blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes. Consequently, I banished him.
Okay.
They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
So, you need us to round them up.
Ain't you smart? I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't, not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash.
I guess Liberty's obviously the better one.
That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP.
Okay.
And when I say bring them home, I mean bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear?
Looks like you need to reassess your priorities, Patriarch. But I understand what you are saying.
Then let me tell you where they are. Victory's holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know?
We need more background on your kids before we go after them.
What do you want to know?
One thing, you must have plenty of competent people in Colorado. Why ask us to deal with your children?
Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshals, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy. Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death.
I'd have assumed at least the Marshals would be loyal to the Patriarch. Because when I got the +1 reputation, it said the Patriarch's Marshals. They kind of seem like his main, what do you call it? Military, in a sense. But yeah, we'll see.
That's why it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest.
Okay. Well, you're making some sense, but I hope you're the only one who can give me the aid I need for your own best interest. What should we know about Victory?
Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats, terrorize the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only got worse. The things he's done to the women he finds. Anyway,
I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while ago and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse. Now he's on the radio, laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He, claims he's captured some rangers as well.
Interesting. There were other survivors from our convoy. There were other survivors from our convoy? That's great news. I better not hurt those rangers.
And if he does, you're still bringing him home alive no matter what.
Oh
Remember?
boy. I'm gonna put a bullet in your head first, I think. What kind of man is Vala?
Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt. Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city. No
Says you're
oil
right.
means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now.
Okay. Who are the Gippers?
Crazy cultists, worship an old U.S. president as a god. Trouble is, they're the only ones who know how to refine oil anymore, so we gotta play nice.
Okay. And tell us about Liberty.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains, everyone working for her. Wouldn't worry about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected.
Looking forward to meeting Liberty, actually. But I guess I may have to deal with Vala and Victory first. You're expecting Liberty seems like the big boss. Or maybe Patriarch is the big bad boy. We don't know yet. I need to find the politics of Colorado first. Figure that out. Understand who's who, what's what. And then play our game through the gaps. You're expecting her to try to usurp you.
She's already tried once. Got all the way to the palace steps before we chased her off. She's been licking her wounds out east ever since.
Thanks for the info. We'll do our best with them.
You'd better.
No promises.
Anything else?
I've got my fingers crossed. You'd better. Anything. Okay, yeah. That's just lying. Here are a few things we'd like to ask about the Dorseys and the ambush.
Uh-huh.
Who are the Dorseys?
The last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wiped them out years ago, but mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Yeah, like Private Beltran. That see you and you know what? Do you think Rick, Val, or Liberty were behind the attack on our convoy?
Possibly. But I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them.
Yeah, they might be crazy and not interested in taking orders from others, but everybody can be manipulated. And your kids seem like the manipulating type. You do as well. I'm not gonna tell him that. Why do you say the ambush was your fault?
My staff and I coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure.
Okay, yeah,
Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it.
obviously.
I take full responsibility.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot more than that. Alright, enough about
Good.
the Dorseys.
What else do you need?
I need a ton of money. How about that? Thank you for the briefing, Patriarch.
Of course.
Now, if you want a chance to impress me, and maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs. She's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who have been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart.
Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do.
Dulces. This will be a
Enjoy
pleasure.
yourselves, Rangers. Just don't get killed. I want a return on my investment.
Your investment.
Alright.
What about my
Let's move out.
investment? We already lost a whole convoy. We got a lot of work to do catching up. Look at these two. Damn. Hey! Look at that deer. What's over here?
Commander, all servitors await your disappear to repair with absolute loyalty.
Call me Commander. Oh. Oh, nice. Merc armor. Rat tech armor. Merc helmet. Okay, we will put on all the stuff we find after we set up our squad, which we will get to do in a minute. Slag sniper. Interesting. So I'm gonna fill my squad with a heavy and a sniper. Some money. Some more money. Old journal law book. Oh yeah, we've got what do you call it? Orders that you can right click on the items to see extra actions you can do with them. Okay. Yeah. To view your character stats, you can left click on the right stats button while in the inventory screen. These stats are primarily determined by your attributes, but certain skills. Okay, certain skills, your equipment and any active stats effects will influence them as well. Any weapon can be broken down into spare parts by field stripping it. If you have a very low barter skill, you can sometimes get a better price from merchants for the parts than the weapon itself. If you have a very low barter skill, you can sometimes get a better price from merchants for the parts than the weapon itself. With the Scrounger's Touch perk, field stripping also has a chance to grant weapon mods. Okay. So, yeah, orders from the Ranger Commander. Let's read that. Instructions to Major Vera Prasad. Take command of convoy designated Team November and cross the Rocky Mountains to the city of Colorado Springs. Make contact with Saul Buchanan, aka the Patriarch. Establish a base of operations in Colorado Springs. Recruit and train additional personnel as needed. So we have made contact with Buchanan, so we tick an A. We tick in the A out. We have started doing this. We've established a base of operations, and now we have to recruit and train personnel as needed. That's gonna take some time, probably. Get the whole place stuffed. Preserve the life and position of the Patriarch at all costs. Do whatever is necessary to secure the aid promised to the Desert Rangers. So I think that's the priority and not the first one. This is a subsidiary of that, because as far as we know, Patriarch's the only one that can help us. If that changes, then Patriarch doesn't matter, as far as I'm considered. Locate Colonel Angela Death and her advance team. If advance team is deceased, collect bodies for burial. If alive, ascertain reasons for loss of communication. Disciplinary action is authorized at your discretion. Okay. In the event of your death or incapacitation, these orders shall apply to the senior surviving member of the expedition, which is our lady here, Dr. Val. So, I don't think Angela would have, I don't think Angela will, what do you call it, desert or switch sides. So I'm assuming they're either dead or captured. And it's possible that Victory has, the Rangers that Victory has, maybe it's the advanced team, not from our convoy. The pages of this journal are yellowed with age, and the ink has faded with time in many of the earlier entries. It appears to have belonged to someone named Ali Blue. The last entry reads, so this is the journal we found right now in the war room. November 30, 2059. Gabriel Reyes and Althea Wilson came to our compound today. There was a tense bit where Sydney shot at them, but fortunately Jordan was there and recognized them from that time over in Balkan Park. They brought some coffee and we talked over a warm drink. It was nice, civil, pleasant even. Strange to not be at the throats of someone not in the family, but that was the whole point, I suppose. They want us to head back into the city next week to meet with a man named Saul Buchanan. They even suggested relocating to Colorado Springs. Abandon the Peterson? Imagine that. We've been safe here for years, and they want us to move out and what? Become neighbors with them? And those despicable Knoxes? So it's kind of common that you retreat into a family unit when society breaks apart. Your loyalties lie with yourself first, and then they extend to the family, and then they extend to the near, your tribe, you could say, and then it extends to the species. So you'd see when things get crazy, people look out for themselves. People that are a little more compassionate will look out for themselves and their family. People who are even more compassionate look out for themselves, their family, and the tribe. And people who are even more compassionate will look out for all those plus the species. And then goes like similar species or life, yada yada. It just keeps going like that. This is why we tend to like, what do you call it, a human more than an animal, and in the same fashion we like mammals more than insects or reptiles, for instance.
Rangers, come talk to me when you've got a moment.
Yeah, but that's just general behavior though.
That kind of thing.
There are exceptions. There are some people who like reptiles, some
Need to
people
fill
that
you in
don't
on a
like
few
humans
things,
at
Rangers.
all.
Still
But
need to talk to you,
99% of
Rangers.
humans would
Still need to talk to you,
display
Rangers.
that kind of behavior that I just told you.
Still need to talk to you, Rangers.
Yeah, I get
Good
you,
job,
exactly.
Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits, just like the Patriarch promised you. And I already got you one of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Howdy, Rangers. While you were dealing with the alarms, I took the liberty of installing a combat AI in your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
How come we didn't have his outfit options? Like, I'm sure that jacket was not available for us. The pants may have been, I'm not sure, but the jacket definitely not. Even the helmet, I don't think so. Yeah, pretty sure we didn't have that option. We had a different kind of helmet. Maybe we'll find some of this on our journey, because I think there are
Should be more recruits
rest-
arriving soon.
clothing
Ready to
options.
tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
At least in the last game, Wasteland 2, there was, you could find clothes lying around, or like loot them or buy them, I think. Speak to Sergeant Greatsky to hire new rangers for your squad. Okay, yeah. Yes. Show us what you got lined up.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't.
Yeah, that's the
And
plan.
you can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way. Keep that in
Yep.
mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Okay. Right. Now. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna. So there's a bunch of pre-made characters that you can recruit. Crash. I am gonna make my own. So first we will make the. I think we'll make our. Can't be named Smoke.
You started it, we'll finish it.
Yeah, we're gonna make a heavy. And I want to give him Disciple of Fire, maybe, but I don't know how often I'll use the flamethrower. Because heavies can use flamethrowers, and or like if you get big guns skill, you can use flamethrowers and what do you call it? Flamethrowers and heavy machine guns. Critical chance isn't bad on him, but I think I'll just give him this and see how it goes. Now, appearance. So, I'm gonna make it based on this guy. Physique, tall, jacked, hands, that one, armor, this one, then the hair, that, great, like in the picture. I wish there was a lighter gray, like white. Now, beard. There you go. Face needs the tattoo to complete the look. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. No helmets. Helmets will ruin everything. It'll either take away his hair or his beard, that glorious beard, or cover his cool tattoos on the face, a face paint, or whatever that is. So no, he's good to go. He's good to go. Why is it not selecting that? Weird. Armor color, let's make it a little lighter. That a little darker. Yeah, now it looks a little worn out, like you've been messing with fire. Washed out, right? Starting weapon. The reason I'm kind of sticking to the blue thing is that's kind of the Desert Rangers thing, I think. Or at least I like it that way. I think maybe the Desert Rangers have a color scheme. Heavy weapon. Attributes. We need to give him some strength. The earlier you put points into strength, the better, because it'll give you conquer level, and that's not retroactive. So I might as well give him some strength. But we don't need too much strength either. It's just to equip armor and what's it? Equip armor and weapons, like heavy weapons need strength as a qualifier prerequisite. So don't need charisma. We don't need I think I'm gonna sacrifice luck and intelligence, and no, actually just luck, and give him more points in coordination. Maybe I don't have to. Yeah, let's just go with that, because yeah, let's just go with that. Oh, hold on a minute. Did we give him around? Yeah, 6, right? Yeah, 3, 3, 6, 7. Skills, big guns, definitely. He is gonna handle explosives and hard ass, and my sniper is gonna handle mechanics and sneaky shit. Sneaky shit is for alarms, and it also gives you bonus for sneak attack damage, and that way we can initiate combat with our sniper and she'll do a ton of damage because of the sneaky shit bonus. So this guy with explosives. Yeah, there you go. Get 2 points on that. 2 points in hard ass. Then we can put in a couple more points on that. Big guns. Explosives or hard ass. Oh, you got 3 points actually. How much do I have? We got 1 point that cannot go anywhere. So that's okay. Yeah, we're not gonna waste that skill now. Now we could make him Pyromaniac and double down on that fire damage, which I think I will. I don't know how often I'll be using flamethrowers though, so we'll see. Oh no. Are you sure you want to leave character creation? No. The skills is the only one I didn't use maximum fully. Identification is sorted. Ready? And now for the sniper. We are gonna make sniper a female. I'm gonna name her Gray. She is gonna sound.
They saw us!
Yep. Who's the new recruit? Give her the Vicious Avenger, penetration +2. Actually, should I give her plus perception? No, give her Vicious Avenger. For the appearance, let's pick a portrait first. Oh, actually, it's right here. I'm gonna make her based on that. And the reason I picked that is because you can actually have that tattoo and that hair. So we can get her to look like that character in the picture. Not brown, like dark blacky brown. We are gonna make her like a proper sniper in the snow. And then make her small and slender. She's kind of like a early young punk sniper mechanic. Hair, helmet, jacket, pants, armor color, physique, portrait, yeah, everything's set. Starting weapon, let's go for sniper rifle. Attributes, always start with a little bit of coordination. Don't need that charisma, put somewhere else. I'm gonna keep everything else like that and give her 8 awareness, and then try to increase her coordination a little bit. So she is really good on head chance, perception, and range damage bonus. Then we'll increase our coordination a little bit, speed maybe a little bit, Speed's not that important actually. Coordination a little bit, intelligence. Coordination, luck, and then intelligence maybe. We'll see. So first coordination, then luck and intelligence. Skills. Sniper rifles, let's start with 2. Then we said sneaky shit and mechanics. Right on. Alright. Give another point there. Another point, sneaky shit. Another point, mechanic. And we still got 1 point, which we'll use for something else later. Yeah, okay, that's that. Plug. This one perfect for the sniper. Actually, there's a couple really good ones for the sniper. One's this one. Another one is serial killer, which is also good for the assault. And then, yeah, this one's also good. But no, actually, this one's not good. We don't have to worry about detection time because she won't get close. Yep, okay, that's gonna be sadomasochist. Receive 33% damage. Do 33% damage. She will be trying to stay away from damage, so we don't have to worry too much about it. That's not for us to make. We'll have to fill these 2 spots with companions.
Listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need. But if you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up. Now that we've got that sorted, let's talk about the next steps. Now, you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it.
Yep, okay. Surveying the base sounds good.
Perfect. That'll give you a chance to see if any of the junk around here is worth keeping before I toss it all out. After that, you might want to give Sheriff Daisy a hand. If you impress her, maybe she'll hook you up with some specialist for the base. Anyway, your call. Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
We have a few more questions. Can you and Quan tell us more about yourself?
Well, Sergei won't blow his own horn, so I'll do it for him. He's Colorado's greatest war hero. Fought by the Patriarch's side from the beginning and saved the old man's life about 100 times, right, Sergei?
75. Tops. Now, let me tell you about Mr. Slick here. Nobody knows the streets and alleys of Colorado Springs, or the people that live there, better than dashing Darius Quan.
You're too kind, Sergei.
You two warranted for
I
this?
was getting a little itchy doing the same old in the marshals.
And retirement was driving me stir-crazy. Just sitting around listening to the paint peel. I jumped at the chance to help you folks out.
You both seem awful eager to help a group of unknown outsiders. Why are you really here?
It's no lie that I've been looking to leave the marshals, but you're right. That's not the whole story. The Patriarch asked me to keep an eye on you, so here I am.
And I am truly sick of retirement. But, yeah, I'm doing the Patriarch a favor too.
So if we don't get along with the Patriarch, these guys might leave us. So you are
Let's
spies.
say liaisons.
Liaisons, hey?
The Patriarch wants you to succeed, and he knows it's not going to be easy. You're strangers in a strange land.
You know, spies and liaisons are like propaganda and marketing.
You don't know the politics. You don't know the personalities. Who hates who? Where the bodies are buried.
That's where we come in. We're here to make sure you don't make too many rookie mistakes, step on the wrong toes. And yeah, We're supposed to report back to the Patriarch about how you're doing. But you didn't really expect to be left completely to your own devices, did you?
I should listen to them, but not believe them, I guess. Be the smart thing to do. What was the deal with the alarms and the robots?
Not sure exactly. We came by a week and a half ago and it was stone quiet.
We were gonna get the place cleaned up before you got here. But then the Dorseys attacked the city, so it got put on the back burner.
Something must have triggered the security systems between then and now. Could have been anything.
As long as they think our interests align, we're good. But if we ever plan on double-crossing the Patriarch, we must keep our eyes open to these guys. How long has this place been abandoned?
Patriarch chased out the last big gang maybe 10 years back. Before that, all kinds of bandits, militias, and cults have lived here since the deluge.
Recently, it's been mostly outlaws and refugees. We should check around to see if there are any current occupants.
Could be what set off the alarms.
What's the deluge? We've been hearing that word. Oh, what's the deluge? We've been hearing that word a lot. So as far as I know, deluge means like a really big flood.
Around these parts, we call the nuclear apocalypse the deluge of fire, because, well, that's what it was.
Okay.
Noah's flood was the deluge of water.
Yeah, makes sense.
The nukes were the deluge of fire.
Okay, sure. What was the radio operator saying that about putting a combat AI in our vehicle?
Gonzalez? He's a whiz with stuff like that. The AI will allow you to give the vehicle orders in combat without having to be inside it. Basically, it'll become another member of your squad.
Oh, useful. That's all the questions we have for now.
One sec. Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are gonna need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet.
What do you have to offer
I know
us?
this city like the back of my hand. And this city knows me. My time in the Marshals means I've got connections and trusted informants everywhere. Plus, I'm a sure shot and a decent scrapper. And, though it hurts my civic pride to say it, there are places around here where those things might come in handy.
Thanks. We could use the help.
Great. I'm at your disposal. Lead the way.
You've recruited your first companion. Companions are a unique kind of squad members. Unlike the Rangers you create, companions are pre-made characters that have their own personality and agenda. Piss them off and they could leave you high and dry. You can have up to 6 characters in your squad. Up to 4 of them can be Ranger recruits, leaving at least 2 spots open for companions. There's no reason not to take them along, provided you can maintain their loyalty. Got it. Now, squad, line up. Okay, looks like we level up. Starting at level 3, your Rangers will earn 1 attribute point per level. Attributes always cost 1 point to upgrade. Attributes are the source of all your vital stats. Want to live longer, run faster, shoot straighter, or hit harder? There's an attribute for that. So now, yeah, like I said, he's gonna go for coordination. And then, I think I might go intelligence on him. That way we'll get some, a little bit of awareness maybe at 6 and then intelligence. We need to get speed to 6 as well. Actually, speed and coordination will go all the way. Intelligence will go 6 at least. It benefit us a little bit if we do that as well. Earlier the better, actually. Yeah, maybe I will. Oh, actually, it's not that important. Because this is the least important one. Every other... Oh, actually, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, it keeps doing 2. Right. In that case, let's pull this up to 8. And then we'll look for alternatives. Leaving the screen will confirm any pending attribute points you have allocated. Do you wish to continue? Skills. Okay. We got 2 nerd stuff. Sneaky shit. Not necessary. Automatic weapons. Yeah, I'll smack it into automatic weapons for now. It's a good practice to save points as well. But that could also hit you in the back, because you might go into a conversation or a combat and not have the necessary points to get past it. So let's see now. Let's balance our luck and then we'll put everything into coordination. Can I go first in small arms? Confirm. Oh yeah, by the way, we have armor to use. So he deserves some raw pig. Roasty, tasty. Energy, fire, cold, and explosion damage. Elemental weapons ignore enemy armor entirely. The 4 elemental damage types are energy, fire, cold, and explosive damage. Enemies are often weak to some elemental damage type and resistant to others. How do you find their weaknesses and resistances? You didn't tell me that. Rat type armor 6. Okay, so this is the strongest armor. Looking good, mate. Yeah, I like that. Digging that. I'm gonna give him this as well. Actually, let's not. That's necessary. So is if we have Molotovs, fire damage, doing that. This is explosive damage. Fire damage will be more useful for him because of his perks. Or no, not his perks, because of his what do you call it? So many different things in this. Because of his quirk and his background. A bunch of snipers. Slide sniper called what is this? Slide sniper. Oh, you got 2 slide snipers. Should I give him the Polar Express? No, she'll be starting combat with this. Sure. Okay. Give her that. And since she is a mechanic, she can use that if necessary. Let's see, there's others that need armor more than her. So, I give him that. Even if I put it on me, I won't show it because I don't want to look like a football player right now. I like my look, so that's why I gave it to him. Because that armor looks cool. This is my kind of armor. It looks cool. Don't like the huge football player things. Oh yeah, he could carry frag as well. And she is gonna carry this. Actually, this, but right now I don't think it's important. It's necessary. You never know, it could be actually, but everyone's got something. Okay. In that case, oh, we need to compare. Yeah, ours is better. Alright, let's go. So now... Oh, by the way, there's this guy to talk to. This terminal is displaying information about the basic systems. All seems normal. Examine the security systems. The status report indicates that all is normal at the moment. An option displaying all security alerts show a number so long it goes off the right edge of the screen. Investigate. Read all security logs. Log data backed up to archive room server. Status report indicate that all is normal. Okay. Investigate the issues with servitors' behavior. After some searching, you access a hidden menu. The core processor is jammed with thousands of queued requests dating back a century. It's a wonder the servitors can make any decisions at all. Write a script to wipe the requests. You take a little time to test your code before running it. Then watch the stale requests disappear. Processing returns to standard capacity. With the accumulated clutter cleared, the system shows only a few thousand unread messages. Thank God. Navigating it should be somewhat easier. Return to the top menu and there's nothing there. Step away from the terminal. We have collected everything we can from here, right? Save often. Gonzalo seems at home behind his radio equipment. He salutes crisply as you approach.
Welcome to your communications hub, Rangers. The Patriarch was good enough to let me use my own gear, and I have my high-frequency radio equipment all set up. From here on out, I will be your voice in the wind. You can contact Ranger HQ at any time through your radio, and I'll reach out as needed. When there's arrests to be made under your authority, just radio them into me. Pleasure to serve.
Tell us about your radio equipment.
The finest setup you'll find this side of the Rockies. This equipment took years to get together. A lot of it custom work. String and pieces of gum, you know? This is the only setup in Colorado able to communicate on all sorts of frequency bands, up to the HF band. That means we can reach you pretty much no matter where you are in Colorado. The basic controls are straightforward. You should try the device yourselves whenever you're here. I've picked up all kinds of signals. It's possible you could even reach Arizona.
What do you think about the Patriarch?
I've worked the radio for some time now, and I hear all kinds of stories from other parts of the world. Horrors you wouldn't believe. Is Colorado perfect? No, but it's a damn sight better than any alternative I've seen.
How do you feel about being part of the Rangers?
Speaking frankly, great. Protect and serve, right? Things had grown stale with the Marshals. I felt like I'd reached the end of what I could do for the people there. Proud to be a Ranger now.
So I guess it's my job to build up the allegiance. Right now it's uncertain. I guess that's like in the middle. Can you tell us again what it is you do?
I'm your radio communications expert. I'll be manning the radio whenever you call in, or whenever we need to reach you, which is the easy part of this job. The hard part is keeping this equipment in tip-top shape and ready to go.
You installed our car AI. Are you an expert?
Oh, I'm not. It just turns out artificial intelligence isn't that much different from fiddling with radios. Easy enough to install, it turned out, but I wouldn't know the first thing about it otherwise.
Okay. So I guess if we need repairs,
anytime,
we are screwed. So now, let's save. So the last time I used the radio, the game kind of crashed. Okay, nothing. Okay, nothing's better than crash. So here we go. Let's have a look around. Okay, so that. Okay,
You
looks
get
like
this
this.
cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
Yeah, but there's a robot in here, rusted slice of dice, and it's moving. Oh, pick lock. I need 3. Dang a bit. corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted at an unnatural angle. Judging by the smell, she's been here a while. Examine the corpse. The woman is wearing a patchwork jumpsuit and a leather tool belt. Her pockets are crammed with fuses, bundles of wire, and bits of circuit boards. Electrician? It looks like this Wastelander made her living by scavenging and repairing electronics. She would have felt right at home in an old garage like this. First aid. Try to determine how she died. The body's unnatural position suggests some kind of seizure, and there are signs of discoloration on her face indicative of heart failure. Electric shock. A heavy metal spanner is gripped tightly in her right hand. The metal is discolored and scorch marks blacken her fingertips. Yeah, definitely electric shock. Looks like you... okay, looks to you like a textbook case of electrocution. Leave the corpse alone. Oh, this we can pick. We found repair kit that can be used with mechanics to repair vehicles and I think like that turret and maybe other robots that we get. I'm hoping we'll get robots. Okay, the automated chauffeur. Yeah, chauffeur. Hello?
Tired of gridlock? Sick of dodging reckless drivers? Fed up with paying a fortune to shady mechanics that never actually fix your car? Consolidated Atomics has the answer. Introducing Hermes, the revolutionary vehicle AI that's an expert driver, navigator, and auto mechanic all in one. Hermes remembers your daily commute, gathering up-to-the-minute traffic reports to plot the quickest route to your destination. The AI also takes care of basic maintenance, keeping your vehicle in peak condition. Visit your local dealership for information on a Hermes upgrade kit today. Consolidated Atomics, 21st century solutions for the problems of today.
Terminal is displaying information about the basic systems. All seems normal right now. Examine most recent activity logs. Recall service elevator platform. Step away from the terminal. Most of the logs appear to have been destroyed in a giant server wipe that occurred decades ago. The terminal also has controls to some nearby vehicle lifts, but currently indicates they are all unresponsive. Request issued. Please wait. A loud grinding emanates from the huge trapdoor near the garage's entrance. The smell of rusted metal sparking fills the room. Mechanical failure reported. A servitor drone has been issued a repair order. So I'm guessing that's for this one, and it's probably blocked because of these things. So now I will look at this thing right here. This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches in a puddle of its own fluids, its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape mark on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. Examine the robot. Okay, repair the slicer dicer. You recognize it as a slicer dicer, a pre-apocalypse military robot. It appears to have been badly damaged in a firefight and is missing some of its weapons. Upon closer inspection, you note that some of the bullet holes have been patched and several of the legs show signs of recent welding. The slicer dicer's main access panel is open, revealing its wiring and power plant. It's clear that someone has been trying to repair the robot. So two things can happen if I repair it. One, it attacks me. Two, it joins me. If the attack happens, I should be prepared. Actually, he can be over here. She can be over here. She needs to be a little closer. Inside the quivering robot's casings, you find a lot of salvaged parts and new wiring. Someone's been working on the robot for a while. His bad connection to the power supply is strong enough to give someone a wicked shock. It takes some careful work to repair the connection. You know one thing, I hadn't selected my whole party when I did that, and he doesn't have Mechanics 3. So I wonder how that worked. As soon as the shot is repaired, the robot sputters to life. It turns a cold, unfeeling optical sensor towards you, and its weapons spin up. Okay. So it turns out it was...
Shit just got real.
The enemy has armor, which means that it can block some of your incoming damage. Fortunately, all weapons have a penetration stat. If your weapon's penetration is equal to or greater than your weapon's armor, the enemy's armor, your weapon will deal full damage. Less than the target's armor, you will do a proportionate amount of damage, but no more than 80%. Example, penetration 15 versus armor 10 equals 100% damage. Penetration 5 versus armor 10 equals 50% damage. Penetration 9 versus armor 10 equals 80% damage. Even though it should be 90, that's what they're trying to say. So if it's well over it, doesn't matter. It'll only do 100. So we have to be careful about friendly fire. Let's move him over here. Let's get him to do the first shot because he'll do the most damage. Okay, so that took half of its health. Now you take out what you can. Okay, nice. You take out what you can. Oh, you did 2 shots. Nice. Looks like that will settle it. Oh no, it didn't.
I glowed, but you're all dead.
You can get shoot. So yeah, unfortunately it didn't join us. Slicer Dicer self-assembler. It's missing a couple subsystems, but this is basically mostly an entire Slicer Dicer, and it puts itself together correctly, like almost every time. Oh, okay, so like that turret, if you have 7 mechanics, you can deploy a Slicer Dicer and it self-destructs, so it's a one-time use. Pulse gun, cool. Or I think we can give the pulse gun to this guy. It's a secondary weapon, and we can use this when we're fighting whatchamacallit. Oh, hard as +1. See, that's the problem with utility items. Like I said, there's no filter for it, so it's really hard to find it. So what I gotta do is do this, like go through everything and hope I run into something. See? Could have been so much easier if just gave me a filter for it. to get my lock picking up. Wait, does he have points for it? He doesn't. But when he does, I'll have to give him 1 point in lock picking. Next level, I guess. Oh yeah, he's almost. It's just 35 points away from it. That's good.
Look at all this machinery.
Careful, careful,
If we can get it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory.
Another one. That requires 4 lockpicking. I mean, explosives. Nothing here, nothing here. Trash. Has some bullets. Terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal right now. Check recent activity logs for this terminal. The only log you can find on this terminal relates to a massive data wipe from several decades ago. The terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. All seems normal right now. Okay, step away. Lockpick number level 1. So I don't want to trip that and destroy things in that. So I'll just leave it and come back when I have explosive. What, 4? Yeah, 4. Saving before I open the doors to make
What
sure
a stink. Somebody's been using this medbay for a morgue. Gonna take an ocean of bleach to get it ready for customers.
Dead bodies. Injury kit. Med hype. The leathery corpse is missing several of his digits and facial features. Search for a cause of death. Looks like exposure to extreme cold took this person's missing extremities. Scarring indicates that this may have happened multiple times over several years. But it wasn't the cold that killed him. Open wounds across his back indicate that he was whipped to death. Okay, is he a prisoner? Also, the corpse's ankles and wrists have some scarring, as if he had been chained up for a while. Okay, looks like he was a prisoner of some sort. This desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. Search for a cause of death. Looks like a simple case of starvation and dehydration, but you notice the same scarring on his ankles and wrists as on the other corpses, most likely from menopause. The torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. Okay, prisoner that was frequently moved. Interesting. This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. One of her arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. Is that normal? Search for a cause of death. Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do with the woman's demise. It had been expertly removed and stitched up long before she died. Instead, she seems to have died of an infection or illness. So the arm may have been amputated because of frostbite. That's possible. I'm not sure, but that could have been the reason. It looks like she died of an infection or illness. You notice the same scarring on her ankles and wrists as on the other corpses, most likely from manacles. The torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. Okay, first aid 4 will give me more information. Looks like the missing arm. Okay, same thing. This is a pile of corpses in the corner. Search for cause of death. These people died in a variety of ways, most of them violent. Bullet holes in one, crushed skull on another, a cut throat on a third. They all have the same scarring on their ankles and wrists as the other corpses. Looks like these people were trafficked by slavers. Okay, so they were prisoners, but they weren't just prisoners, they were slaves. Or merchandise. Failure, lockpicking, impossible. So there must be some other way to open this. There's a pad there, but guess it's not. But it's not something we can interact with. Okay, so we need 4 first aid, 4 explosives, and 3 lockpick. Next level up, we can come do that. Now for the outside.
Pretty grand in here. Maybe you can make it your trophy hall or museum or something. Or a handball court.
Yup. Now finish it off. Oh no, no. Okay, come back here then. You are not close enough, but you could be. Ah. Come on. You can't shoot. Either, but you can. Did not die. Right. Okay, good thing is you can shoot from there, but it's blocked. Alright. Another issue is the loot goes into a small kind of bag, and if you click on this thing, it won't. You'll have to find a small thing on it. So it'd be nice if you just click on that, because that's a much bigger hitbox selection, right? Foreign billboard. Who put it there? Who put it here? Where did it come from? Like, seems like the roof is broken. The power button on machine resists your press, seemingly rusted in place. So there's a bunch of logs here. I've already read this. Personal log, Colonel Forshett. The world ended yesterday. Our missile defense system saved Colorado Springs, but Denver is gone and we can't make contact with anyone outside the state. Discipline will keep my men in line, but we've all only got a few days until the civilians panic. We'll need to prepare to hold out until we can reconnect with Washington. Read the security logs. Filtering tools, blah blah blah. Classified information purge initiated. Erasure complete, command cleared, fully autonomous systems activating in T-minus 30 minutes. Intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter, monitoring. Intruders retreated without engagement, monitoring. Intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter, monitoring. Quadrupedal creature identified as non-hostile, monitoring deprioritized. Creature remains. Creature departs. Incident monitored without engagement, 1846. Incidents involving security responses, 5. Intrusive movement detected on outer perimeter, monitoring. Bipedal creature approaches facility, deploying servitors. Intruder pacified, incidents monitored without engagement, 2008. Incidents involving security response, 9. So we see issues with the system from this date. Automated amendment, intention was for intruder. What does that mean? Okay, the amendment was for intruder. Logging, technological review request with information technology, report 100. From 2010 you see issues with the system, like the first issue of the system. Intruder 032 returns to war room, starts fire for intruders 030, 031, 033. Intruder 034 is providing them with a meal. So there's people squatting here. Logging requisition request for additional servitors. Following abduction of core servitors 05 to 10 by intruder 11. Somebody stole a bunch of servitors. This request has been logged 1500 times. Priority elevated. Attempting to wake remaining servitors. Wake attempt resulted in failure. Incidents monitored without engagement, 7,242. Incidents involving security responses, 15. Incidents with failed security responses, 1. Incidents with inability to respond, 4,000. So I guess this one response ended badly and the system lost its capacity to respond. Intruder 034 now classified as deceased. System wake up complete. Accessing database. No new information since catastrophic failure reported at 16:06/2071. 623. Intruders 69 to 73 logged in war room. Servitors not responding to wake up instruction. Monitoring. Intruder 71 has fully repaired monitoring systems. Oh, okay. Intruder 69 has gained access to monitoring systems. Self-diagnostic complete. Servitors 103, 22, and 616 present, but unresponsive. Those may be the ones that are currently in the war room. Primary power unresponsive. Secondary power at 20%. Primary processing reports all good. That was in 2009. This is a long time though. I mean, no, that was in 2002. That could be recent. So this is intrusive movement detected at perimeter. Intruder 159 logged and approaching. Intruder 158 detects intruder 159 and returns to barracks. Various intruders seem perturbed and barricade door to barracks. So this could be when these guys came to check. Intruder 159 retreats after accessing war room and armory. Servitors remain unresponsive. Intruder 156 departs barracks, enters brig, and accesses computer terminal. Harbor intruders. 156 leaves barracks and enters brig. Intruder 156 has initiated a generator restart. Power coming online. Servitors waking. Red alert. So 156 went into the brig and access terminal and restarted the generator, and that's when the red alert began. Try to recover some of the security logs. Some bad metadata kept this from filtering properly, but you're able to easily repair it. That's from 1999. Radio signal reconstructed from partial bursts over past 2 months. Transcript follows. Good people of Arizona, we, the remaining officers of the 249th Engineer Battalion, have been unable to contact our leader at Forscom for too long, and have come to the unfortunate conclusion that our government has fallen. Every one of us here joined the army to protect the people of these United States, and even if the US is no more, we intend to continue to protect you to the best of our ability. We've heard your cries for help on the radio, and we want you to know help is coming. Keep calling, shelter in place, and stay strong. We are on our way. This message will repeat. Okay, let's recover some more. You fix an overwrite error at the start of this log, and it becomes legible. So you get experience for using skills. Okay. So this one even before the first one. Several Star Station reports confirm anti-ballistic countermeasures armed. Alert status raised to red. NORAD tracking confirms multiple incoming contact signals. Effective countermeasures allocated to high priority targets. Personnel ordered to report to assigned stations and shelters. Connor confirms countermeasures in local area 95% effective. Cannot raise communication with NORAD HQ or PACOM. Cannot raise communication with WH, I'm guessing that's White House. Revised estimates of success rate of countermeasures outside of local area are at 5%. Alert status remains red. Okay. Nothing else came. Okay, that's it. So now it's just 3 might tell us more. Junk and some money. Bullets. Anything over here? Nothing. Oh. Almost missed that. You found a creepy doll. Creepy dolls are dolls that are creepy, but they also grant powerful party-wide bonuses. Simply collecting them will benefit you for the rest of the game. Okay, good. Creepy dolls aren't found in your inventory. Instead, find them as well as any discovered cassette tapes and tutorials in your archive menu. Access your archive menu by selecting it in the pause menu. Radical Rachel. She'd like to see the whole world burn. Afterwards, it's her own turn. Explosive damage plus 5%. Good. Okay, so we have the required first aid and okay, so who's got that now? Got the required lock picking and first aid. I also got a perk. Starting at level 4, your rangers will earn a perk at point every other level. Perk points are used to unlock powerful abilities and passive bonuses. Perks become available to learn as you upgrade your skills. Spray and pray, nope. Enemies have 25% less benefit from cover when attacking them, that's good. Fires an assault rifle attack that punctures through multiple enemies, hitting anyone in its spot. Situational. If people line up, that's good. Targeting override. That stuff. Robots you hack will now be attacked by other enemies. Let's get this thing first, that's valuable. And your turn. Oh, she's also got something. Shredder shot for shotgun. Inflicts bleeding on anyone hit. Opportunist. Your strike meter charges a bonus 5% with each successful handgun attack. Useful. When an ally is down in battle, gain 1. Okay. Trick shot. Instant plus 3 AP. Okay, so that's a 4 AP shot that'll give you plus 3 AP if you hit it, but it's got a minus 50% hit chance. Clear cover. Shotguns do 100% damage versus cover. Draw. Your first attack after reloading an empty weapon costs 0 AP. Oh, that's good. Devastation. Shotgun attacks gain 25% damage for each. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that perk point for now. She needs another point in first aid. And then we'll give the other point to leadership. Yep. And then she is good with that. Let's give her 2 more points in charisma and then up her coordination. Okay, since we got that, let's go take the stuff we found over there. I mean, open the van over here. Also the explosive. Oh no, we can't do the explosive, but we can do the first aid. Junk. Armor mod. Helmet. Armor. Steel plates arranged to redirect to give you more critical resistance and armor. Or helmet. Scrap and some eliminations junk. Look for the source of the infection. Tracing the cause of the infection's path through the body, you spot a cybernetic implant embedded in her rotting chest. Looks like its poor installation was the cause of her fatal infection. Okay, take the implant. You grit your teeth and pry the implant out. Her chest shatters when it finally rips free, spilling liquefied innards everywhere. Leave the cops alone. What did I get? I got not that. Wait, what did I get? Yeah, there you go. Subdermal plating. It didn't even show up in the top. Ballistic plates inserted beneath the skin provide protection against a broad range of weapons. The implants are only detectable upon close inspection. Armor +5. So if you need cyborg tech, and then you can put it here in the utility slot. I'm just looking if there's any other utility items. It would be interesting if Rusted Nose Ring was a utility item. But it's not. And we don't have explosive or yet. He's gonna level up into about 250 points. Experience points. Okay. Back to the right side. What have we got here? People in here.
Please, don't shoot.
The woman is gaunt, her clothes ragged. She is surrounded by a group of bedraggled vagrants who watch you with fear and mistrust. We got squatters.
Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals.
So these are probably what the system was saying when somebody showed up. They ran into the barracks to and locked themselves in there. Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals. We are the Rangers. Who are you?
I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us, but you're not beholden to them.
She shoots a fearful look at Quan, but he doesn't seem to notice. Where are you from?
We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here. For any of us.
Did you set off the security system?
Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks and we never set anything off before.
Can't you go live in the city?
We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
I think they can be useful because they're farmers, right? They're not just squatters, they're farmers that were displaced. So, I'm guessing they could be of use and we should help them. So I'm gonna let them stay. Alright, you can stay.
Your call. Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge, not them.
You said yes. I was sure you wouldn't.
The refugees' haggard faces break into smiles. A few of them hug each other.
We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing. Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us? Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
Oh yeah, this thing you could use to, see, change your stuff. So, I think I want to see if I'm a color. That's nice. Do you want to stick to blue? You as well. Oh, companion appearances cannot be customized. That sucks. She leveled up again? That's crazy. Oh no, she didn't. She just has that point that we left. Okay, we got soldier's note. Soldier's, yeah, note.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Looters to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
Front table is cold and partially eaten but not rotten. It's clear someone recently fled mid-meal. Okay, I guess that must be them. That tape was grim, dude. That was... Imagine being a soldier and having to do that. What the heck?
Howdy.
Why did these guys put a dead body here as well? What's the name? Okay, nobody's in there. Right? Yeah, nobody's in there. Nobody's in here either, it seems. So it's just that guy. Some reason. Let's see what's up with this guy here. The body of a young man lies twisted on the floor. He wears shabby clothes and he's been dead long enough for the body to go cold, but not long enough to rot. Search the body first. Give the body a cursory glance. The limbs of the body are contorted and his face is locked in a grimace of pain, but you can't definitely establish a cause of death. Search the body. This man was carrying nothing but the clothes he wore on his body, and those are tattered and grimy. His shoes have holes in their soles. In one of his pockets, you find a half-eaten, sweet-smelling mushroom. First aid 3. Try to establish a cause of death. The body's contorted limbs and proximity to an ancient computer seems to suggest a painful death by electrocution. Okay. Discoloration in the face suggests heart failure, which might be electricity, but there's a lack of burns, which makes that inconclusive. Some dried, foamy spittle, barely detectable at the edges of the mouth, make poison a much more likely culprit. Leave the body alone.
What's going on with the dead guy?
Terminal displays information about the base systems. Everything appears normal for the moment. Check recent activity logs for this terminal. You comb through the logs, culling ancient messages and routine system notifications until you have a list of recent activations. Wake initiated, wake complete, credentials rejected, credentials accepted. Login, admin, password, admin. So that was probably 156, intruder 156, who reset the generators and got power back up. Loading default admin operations, backup generators initialized. Yeah, okay. So that was him. And then automated security lockdown initiated. Okay, something happened. Login required, credentials rejected, credentials rejected. So somebody else tried to log in after. Station lock-in out, user due to multiple failed login attempts. Okay. Terminal displays information about the base system, everything appears normal for the moment. So this guy was not the guy that set up the generators. He is the guy that came in after that, and it was confusing. Is he Andy? Could he be Andy? Let it stay there because I wanna pick. Okay, you can't pick these locks. You can pick this. I'd rather get the XP because there's not much inside, I'm sure. Waving at you through the bosses of a cell is a pale, rail, thin man with matted hair and fraying, faded clothes. He gives you a lazy, glassy-eyed grin.
Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I?
We're the Rangers. This is going to be our new headquarters.
Rangers, huh? Cool, man. Cool. I like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Long time ago. Headquarters for what?
Rangers help people. We're here to help Colorado.
That's cool. Helping's good. I like helping. Are there, like, more of you here?
We've actually got a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind. Now, I don't want to tell him too much because I don't know what is going on and why he's in there.
Oh yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever.
What's your name?
My name? Ned. Ned? Harry. Nick. Booger. Dickens. Lyle? Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. Been a longer time since someone, asked me about it. I kind of been here for a while.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Hard to keep track of when the day starts or ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go.
How have you survived?
Man, I got everything I need in here to keep on. Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta, lick the wall when I'm thirsty.
Oh my god.
And, you know what they say about dark, damp spaces, man? Mushroom grow there, man.
Okay. Did he give that guy the mushroom?
So I added a little self-made fertilizer. Those mushrooms are growing good.
Okay. Oh, I guess when you're in his spot, you calm. I mean, that's the smart thing to do, maybe. I don't know, but oh my god, can't wish that on anybody. You've been living off of wall water and mushrooms.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yum yum. Oh yeah, and bugs when they come by. Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers and hoppy specks. Once a squirmy slurp.
Your little voice acting keeps impressing me.
That was a good day, man. But yeah, mainly mushrooms.
Can you tell us about any groups that lived here before us? Okay, let me ask, why are you in there?
Because, the cell door is locked.
Oh, you don't say. That's not what we're asking. Why were you put in there?
Aw, man, didn't you like my joke?
No.
Okay, so a guy I used to be friends with, well, I guess he was more of a business partner.
You know what? Before we go on, I lied when I said I didn't like his joke. I actually did like it a little bit.
Friend though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore. So he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man. Like, seriously.
I'm not sure if I trust him, but that's totally possible. Can you tell us about What happened to this dead refugee?
Oh man, that's some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in.
Dogs in the terminal showed there were a power surge, but like you said, but also several attempts to access the computer afterwards.
While those alarms were going off? How'd that happen?
We'll ask again, who was trying to access the computer after the power surge?
Well, that guy, he fell over onto the computer machine after the flash. Maybe he landed on the buttons, or on the thing with all the little buttons. Or, oh shit, man. Do you think someone snuck in here while I was sleeping and fiddled with those buttons? A prowler lurking about? That's some scary stuff, man. Yikes.
What you said is possible, like, after he died, he fell onto the keyboard, and that kind of started a login initiation. But it didn't happen, like, because he was not actually trying to log in, it was just random key presses. Login failed. But multiple times. I think the system locked itself out because of multiple login attempts. I don't buy his story, but he could be right. We've examined the corpse and it doesn't appear to have been killed by electrocution. Looks like poison.
What? That's really something else. Some poison killed that poor guy at the exact same time as that machine zapped him? Man, what a wacky world.
He found a half-eaten mushroom in the corpse's pocket.
Oh, yum. Mushrooms are the best, man. So many flavors. And they grow everywhere and grow easy. I love them. Who knew there were poisonous ones?
Can you tell us about the groups that lived here before us?
Yeah, sure. Maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, you know? Kinda hard to keep track of how long it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside. But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the Smiling Woman. Before that, it's a little fuzzy.
So that's about the dead guy.
Oh, didn't we talk about this already? So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, all the alarms stopped, and then, well, you came in.
What's about the tired eyes lady?
Well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy, but, I'm one to talk on that.
That could be Del Hackett.
Anyway, she came in here looking sad. Eyes looked like she hadn't seen a good night's rest in years. We talked for a bit and then she left again. Sometimes I think I can still hear her voice. Hope she didn't die and she's haunting me for some reason. Though now that I think about it, I guess I'd be glad for the company, you know?
Yeah, it's probably Del Hackett or somebody else there because raggedy clothes, still hear a voice. Could be her. So it's about the smiling woman.
Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with.
That is probably the slaver.
Said I wasn't a suitable client, which, sure, 'cause I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that.
Yep, definitely slaver. Okay, watch out for the smiling woman. What do you mean by a little fuzzy?
You know, man, it's, I've been here a long time, and I eat a lot of mushrooms. Can't always remember things that happened in the, olden days, but, well, I'll try. There was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and, the bloody screamers, and them metal fellers, and the really white guy, and owl face. Oh, and the 6 wee men and a lion. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me, so, yeah.
Okay. Don't know how useful he is. We want to ask about something else.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Okay, let me see if he tells the same story again.
I told you, man. My partner trapped me in here. Thought he was my friend, you know? But he wasn't.
Okay, I'm not gonna let him out right now.
Cool, man.
Find out more.
Hey, so, we've been chatting for a bit, gotten to know each other a little, right? I've been stuck in here for, at least a lot of years, and it would be much nicer if I, wasn't. Do you think you could maybe do me a solid and, find a way to get me out of here?
You should probably stay in the
Oh, man, just like everybody else. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you around. Maybe.
I don't really trust him, so I want to find out more. So I don't want to change the status quo right now. So Don't talk to the hacker.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need?
You had more time to explore the base than we have. Can we ask you about it?
Sure.
Did you touch any of the equipment in the war room?
Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of, well, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down.
Do you know anything about the corpses in the med bay?
Oh, it's horrible. They were there when we arrived. Probably been rotting away for months from the look of them. Ugh, not to mention the smell.
Have you been in the brig?
Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off.
What kind of questions?
And those glassy eyes.
I wish I could ask that. We can't. What did you find in the
Booby
armory?
traps, mostly. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in there.
Anything we can scavenge in the garage?
Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass.
Okay, so the dead body was in there already. What's in the archive room?
We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
So how come the system didn't log her going in? Maybe the log is there, but you can't read it right now.
Rangers, good to see you.
Small tales you mentioned, where are you getting them from?
Well, I've got friends in the Marshals, the Patriarch's Palace Guard, and some local militias. They've always got more folks wanting to sign up than they have positions for. So I asked my pals to send over everybody on their waiting lists. Now, some of these folks may be, less than top grade for sure, but most will be solid recruits, ready and willing to learn. You'll have to pick and choose.
Going to be our chief of security. We want to know more about you.
Happy to tell you what you need to know.
What's your story?
Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories. And he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles.
You've served with the Patriarch for so long. You must like him.
I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down. Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions, but the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice.
Will you tell us some stories about your days fighting besides the Patriarch?
Stories? They are stories indeed these days. I've told him so many times all the truth's been wrung out of him. Now, let's see. Here's one. So, one day we were hunting monster army raiders and came upon a tin-walled shack. The people inside were shooting at us and not answering our calls to parley. Well, I got sick of that real quick and unslung my rocket launcher. But Saul, he holds up a finger, then creeps around behind the compound. Well, pretty soon we hear him smashing through those tin walls with his hammer, and then comes two high-pitched screams. A few moments later, he comes striding out, carrying a child under each arm. They've been shooting at us because they thought we were coming to eat their dying parents. Now, I will never know how Saul knew it was kids in there rather than raiders, but somehow he did. And we brought them and their folks back to the city and helped them out until they got well again. And he's always been like that. An uncanny ability to always do the right thing.
So any more stories
Give
for
me
us?
a while and I'll see if I can remember any more. In the meantime, I'm sure you have plenty to do.
Let's talk about something
Happy
else.
to. What's on your mind?
Got a moment to talk about your past?
Anytime, Rangers. Always happy to tell war stories.
Okay.
I'll be here.
We're done with this. Now we have to search the exterior. Let's go this side first. Oh, Jody Bell's up.
I need to rest a spell. Catch my breath. Later.
Later. Oh, hello. Toy car. Oh, rabbit here. Is there some way to get up there? Ammo, nothing else. More ammo and junk. Colorado, downtown Colorado Springs. Or something. Pee on the snowball. Oh, that's how you get the yellow snowballs. Let's just grab the snowballs. What do they do? Applies frozen. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be a doggy. Go ahead, that chicken. Metal-plated electronics have been implanted in this chicken's body. It looks up at you, a sense of loneliness in its eyes. You don't see any other chickens around. Cluck. Cluck back at you. I guess a weapon mod. Oh, okay. It's another one. Ooh, pocket dog. Requires armor model. Gives you armor and killing bonus 10. Nice. Junk and tactical light. Hit chance plus 5%. Nice. Got a supply of doggies here. Oh, are you hiding in here, chicken? Tell us. Can we get near? Oh yeah, something on top there. Okay. That took pants for him. Another monk armor. Nice. So first things first, you deserve some rat tick pants. Oh, alright. Then we've got scout armor on. Scout armor on him. Give him monk armor. Right. Let's go with this. Let's not look the same as him. Looks weird to that. It is the coolest helmet right now, but actually she should be the one by it. Maybe later. It's got armor. So I think we are done sweeping the base. It's time to head to downtown Colorado. So we're gonna do a cut here and see you guys in downtown Colorado on the next episode. Alright, catch you later.